Hi, in this tutorial we will see how we can do a mug with Bart Simpson instead of Lisa, but it will be really easy. We will see how we can modeling that and we can put the texture on that. Okay, we are in Blender, so I delete the cube, I press Shift A, Mesh, Cylinder. We know there is some standard value for the mug, so for the radius is the half of the diameter. The diameter normally is 8.2 centimeter, but we need to divide by 2 to have the radius. So I put this formula here to calculate that. And after, for the depth, it means for the 8, it's a standard mug, so I put 9 centimeter. We can zoom on it with the point, and we have the correct dimension for the mug. So you will see it's not really complex. I press Tab. After I take the top, I press E for an inset, and I do a small inset like this, not too much. And after, we can do an extrude inside. I go to the X-ray mode to see where I'm going to, and we can go around here. After, when we have that, we can do some cut. So I press Ctrl R, 0.9. Okay, I press Ctrl R, minus 0.9 to have the same distance between the both. So after, I take all the faces here, so I click here, I press Alt, we have all the perimeter. We need to know where we can put the mug handle. So for my opinion, we can go directly to the UV editing to see exactly where we can put that. So for my opinion, it will be the best. So we can build here, it will be more easy. So what I recommend here, I take this one, I press Alt, okay, and we can unselect the both here and this one, okay. After, I press E to do a small inset, okay, and in this small inset we will put the picture here. We need to keep that simple, so I will do not too much detail. So I press Ctrl R, 0.9. Okay. I press Ctrl R, 0.8. Enter. I press Ctrl R, 0.8. Yes. And after, we have the same distance here. So what I do, I will do another cut here, 0.8, okay, and I do minus 0.8 on the top, okay. So now we have the place to place the handle of the mug. To do that, I will take some faces here and here. We can do an extrusion here, another, and after, I will take the two faces that we have here, right click, and I do a bridge, and we can parameter that. So we need more cut, so I will put just to have one on the middle, so 3 is perfect. And I click outside to confirm. After, I go back to layout. Okay, as you can see, we have the mug. This is perfect. And we need to shape a little bit. So I go to the 3. I go to the modifier. I add generate subdivision surface. I put on 2. And now we need to sculpt a little bit. So what I will do is to move some vertices. So I go here, I will just disable the view here. Okay, we go in X-ray, tab, and after we can move some points. So I take this one and I press G. Maybe the best is to show what we have like result. So now I can sculpt a little bit to have the same stuff. It will be more organic, so we will do something not coming from the mug factory. So we need really to do something more artisanal. So like this. Okay. And what I take everything, I press G, Y, and I move a little bit far, as you can see, like this. Not to have something too close of here. Okay. Okay. For me it's good. So what we can do now, we can disable the X-ray mode, and this is perfect. So if I right click, I do a shade auto smooth, it will be nice here, as you can see. We need some cut, because as you can see, if we take this view, it's a little bit strange inside. So what I must do, it's a cut inside. So I press tab, I disable that because we don't see nothing. Control R to be inside here, and we need one outside also. So I click outside, Control R, just a little bit like this. Okay. To be more realistic, we can take the face here, do an inset E, just a little bit like this. And also, as you can see, there is a little bit thickness. So I press E, E, enter, and after E again on the Z axis, a little bit on the top like this, not too much. Okay. And for me this is fine. Okay. After, it's really good. We need some cut outside also to be a little bit sharp. So I press here, Control R on the top, more here, and inside also because it's rounded but not too much. So okay, and we can click outside. We can check. If we check, we go back here, so we activate that again, and the mug is perfect. So okay, this is good. So now we can add some materials. So I go here to see the materials. We can go to material and we can press new to add a new material. We can rename the object, so we can put Bart mug, and after we can put mug here. This is the body, so this is a porcelain material, so I will change that. So what I recommend here is to put F5, not pure white, but F5 3 times. For metallic 0, after for roughness we can a little bit decrease, so 0.15. And to be more realistic, we go to specular and we change the IOR level to 1.45. I'm always in editing mode. I take one face here, I press Alt, so you see everything is selected, so it's good. We can go to here, I press plus, new, and we can call that Bart sign, and I change the color to see better what we have. We don't need to select the middle. So what I do, I will just unselect the middle. So I press shift, I put a sign, I go to the mug, I take, so the best here is to take all the faces here. We can press Ctrl to unselect. Okay, I press Shift here. I press Ctrl to unselect everything. Okay. We know that it's white in this part, so I go to mug and unassign this material. Okay. And I go here, we take too much space, so I select here. I put a mug, a sign, to unselect the radio. So this is good. Now what we need another cut to have more red. So I go here, I press Ctrl R here, and I go really on the top. So you can put 0.95. Okay, I press enter. I click here. I click outside. I press Ctrl R. 0.95. Okay, I click outside. So we have exactly the same distance. And now we can apply the sticker on this part. So the more easy, we go to the UV editing here. Okay. To the right view. So I press here, I press Alt, I press Ctrl plus to have more. Okay. And now we need to unselect the part that you can see here. So I go here. Okay, I unselect some faces, so I press Ctrl and I unselect this face and this face here. And also the faces here. When it's done, I go to the UV, I go to Export UV Layout. So you have some dimension here for the PNG. And we have the name of the file. We export that. I go to the edition of the image and I will put inside the image the texture. So in GIMP, I just have loaded in the picture and what I want to put. So I take the sticker that you can see and I will place that on the surface that you can see here. It will be the sticker for the mug. After I save and I go back to Blender. Okay, we are back in Blender. I just go to the Bart mug. I go to the material. So we have the Bart texture. I will replace that with the texture. So I take image texture. I go to open and I select the texture. As you can see, it's placed correctly. And now I go to the vector, I change to UV. And that's it. We have the mug done. So I go to layout and you can see the result. And it's really good. So in this tutorial you have seen how you can do a mug really quickly, how you can do the handle of the mug. This is one technique. There is other technique also to do that, and also how you can unwrap the mug and also place the texture. Thank you to follow me and see you for the next video. Bye.